Greetings, toyheads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams. And today we are having a look at the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Storm Shadow version 2. I had this on pre-order from Amazon. It rolled in this week, just getting around to putting it up, and I'm sharing it with you as always. Let's have a look here on the top of the box. We got the G.I. Joe Star logo, because this is the apparently good Storm Shadow. I didn't read the comics when I was a kid, and this Storm Shadow really wasn't too much of a thing in the animated series, but apparently this is where Storm Shadow went to be with G.I. Joe. So there's something to that. Number 131 in the series there in the front of the box, G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. There you can see Storm Shadow and all his Storm Shadowiness. G.I. Joe Classified Series, warning, choking hazards, don't put toys in your mouth. Ages 4+, Hasbro. On the side here, we've got the 131, all the glyphs for GIJoe.com with the QR code there at the bottom. And then on this side, we've got some of that awesome artwork that they always put on these boxes with the G.I. Joe and 131 there. And then on the back, we have a picture of said figure and a couple little nuanced pictures. Jibbery-jabbery legal jargon, ages 0 to 3, you know what that means.
If your child is not born yet, they shouldn't play with these toys.
That's right, you're welcome. Hasbro logo, and then on the bottom, more jibbery-jabbery legal jargon, Houses of Klingon, and barcode. Let's get him out of the box, let's get him onto the pedestal, and we'll have a look. Alright, here we have him on the pedestal. Let's have a look at the accessories. First and foremost, we have his backpack, which I believe is a reuse. I don't know exactly who. This might be maybe Naugahyde. I don't know. This looks very familiar. That's all I can say right now. But we have a backpack. We have a place for the compound bow that he comes with. Little clips on there for that. Yeah, I think this might be Naugahyde. We've got looks like a bedroll up there at the top and a length of rope trussed up at the bottom. We've got some arrows here on the back, and we've got the peg where that goes into his back right there. And then we've got a couple little clips here on the side of it for, I don't know, maybe the claws. I don't know what that would be for. We'll probably run into that. And then we have his compound bow, and my floor is wanting those badly. We have his compound bow. This did come out of the package a little bit bowed, but yeah, and this looks like this is a reuse too. I'm gonna have to heat this up and bend it back because it is bowed a little bit where it sat, how it sat in the package. But we have the very meticulously sculpted compound bow, all in black, just like the backpack. Looks really good. It's just bent. And then we also have his claws, if you remember the original. This wasn't really my favorite Storm Shadow when I was a kid. My favorite was the original, but this one was still pretty cool. And then we've got the claws that he comes with the little loops on the underside there. This might work out well. I think we had, what was it? It was one of the most recent figures that I did that had a thing like this, and it didn't. Maybe it was maybe the Night Creeper, and the way that the hands, it didn't come with the extra hands, but this one does, and I think it has some hands that'll work well with these. But these are all in black. And they will fit on, I think they will fit on the flat hands. And then we have his two katana, which are done up in silvery plastic. And then we've got those red wraps on the handles on those. Looks pretty cool. The one there, though, are they two different swords? Because this one actually has a little piece of metal above the tsuba. Yeah, these are two different swords. I thought they were identical swords. Okay, so we have two. There's probably a story behind that, and if you know, put it in the comments down there. But yeah, two different katana, but look similar on there. So that's pretty cool. And then he comes with 3 sets of hands. We have the grip hands on him by default, and then we come with a set of flattened out hands, which I think those are going to work the best with the claws because I'm going to display him with the claws. So we have those, and then we also have a set. There it goes. There it goes onto the floor. My floor is hungry for Storm Shadow hands. We've got a set of fisted hands right there that he comes with too. And then here we have Storm Shadow, and he stands at approximately just between 6 and 6¼ inches tall. So I think he's actually a little taller than the other two Storm Shadows, the Cobra Storm Shadows. Looking at this sculpt, this is pretty interesting. This is all brand new. I don't think there's any reuse on this whatsoever. Really nice head sculpt. You can see the eyes peering out there from under that mask and hood. Looks really good. We've got a length of rope, again, trussed up around him right there, which is a separate piece. And then we have this sort of armor harness as well. That is a separate piece right there. That's got some white padding on it with some black. Whole costume all white with sort of a gray digital, large gray digital camo on it, camouflage. And then down here we've got this armor padding coming down with all kinds of blades and ropes and pouches. And then we have the two scabbards for the sword over on the right side. Going down, we have more of that gi, I guess it would be, in white with that digital camouflage. And then down to the boots, where we have very, very ninja style armored boots with red ties around the top of the boots down to the feet that are all white, gray, and black. This is a pretty neat looking figure. Looking at articulation, we have the head, which it is all one solid piece, but this hood is the hood is connected to that. It's glued on or something. So we have a ball with a neck with a ball going into the upper torso with a dumbbell going up into the head, giving us full rotation of the head. A little bit of down, a little bit of up, not a lot. Got a little bit of head tilt on there. That's pretty cool. Got butterfly joints at the shoulders, bringing the arms back to there and then forward to there. Full rotation of the arm at the shoulder with a hinge at the shoulder. The joints are pretty smooth. We've got a bicep swivel with a double elbow going right to there, down to the wrist is, or the forearm isn't a gauntlet swivel. We have full rotation of the wrist with an up and down. I believe these are all, no, the flattened ones are in and out, and the fisted ones are in and out. So full rotation with an up and down on the grip hands, which he actually has grip trigger finger hands, which he doesn't really have. Well, I guess he's got a bow. Down to the mid torso, where we have a hinge for ab crunch, taking us right to there, because that's catching on that's tending to ride up to, with a back all the way to there, legs out to there. We do have a drop down ball joint, as you can see there. Drop down ball joint with a thigh swivel. Ooh, that felt a little bad there for a second. Double knee going. Ooh, that one's really tight right there. That one's really tight. I'm not going to get that. Let's do this side. Double knee going back to there, all the way to there, and down to the feet. Oh no, we do have a boot swivel too on there, boot swivel, and then down to the feet we've got detents on the feet and a forward rocker on the feet. Let's get him geared up. I need a bigger space to do this. Okay, this is gonna go on here. That backpack's gonna be an issue. Let's get his bow on him. I think this goes on. Let's see. I think it maybe goes on like that. But that's not clicking in there. Gonna have to figure out how that goes on there. Maybe the bow clips onto the side. This is very weird. Well, I'll just put it on there like that. And then the swords go in the scabbards there. I'm not going to display him with swords because I've already got those don't really want to. I bet I've got those in the wrong. I bet they actually have dedicated. Yep, they sure do. They have these dedicated for the specific swords. Okay. And then let's pop his hands. Oh yeah, and he does have the little tattoo on his arm there too. I forgot to mention that. Let's pop these off and put the flattened hands on him. And there we go. And then we'll put... Nope, those actually don't work like that. Okay. Alright, well... Let's get him off the pedestal. We'll line him up with some other characters and we'll see how he scales up. So here we have him with the Metacom mafex, Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper version 2, the Hasbro Marvel Legend series Astonishing X-Men Wolverine, and the Mattel DC Universe Classics Green Arrow. All in all, I think this is a pretty good looking figure. It's got some major issues though. I think they went a little overboard on with the belt. The bow does not stay on that backpack very well at all. There's only like one little spot where you can kind of clip that in and it doesn't stay on there. I've got it on there now and it's just kind of balancing. The claws do fit on these hands better than they did on the Night Creepers grip hands. The accessories that it comes with is nice. The swords are nice. The costume's nice. It's just got it's just not quite. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna be kind. I want to give it a 7, but I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, which is actually kind of low here recently for G.I. Joes. It's got some problems. Again, the belts, that big thick pouch, I don't think that those pouches needed to be that thick. I think they could have made them half that thickness on the front there. Other than that, I mean, he looks fantastic and he's going to look fantastic on the shelf. And, you know, like I say, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? So that will do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of my channel. You all have yourselves a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time. And until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.